Yes, guys. Welcome to your A-League Match Week 20, I believe it is. Yep, Match Week 20 preview. As we have 4 games, which means it's going to be quite quick. The fifth game the first 2 games of this match week got played Wednesday and it got played on the 6th of Jan. So yeah, we have 4 games. Let's get right into it, shall we? If you guys do go and enjoy, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah, let's get right into it. To open up the match week, Adelaide United versus Wellington Phoenix. Fun fact, Wellington Phoenix hasn't won away at Adelaide United since 2019, where they came out 2-1 winners against Adelaide. Since then, they've either been battered or they got a point. And I do not see that changing. I do see Adelaide United winning this 3-1. Wellington Phoenix are obviously bottom of the table. They are not doing great this season. I do feel like that there's a lack of confidence around the team, really mentality, and it needs to change soon if they do want to get up the ladder. Adelaide United are doing superb this season. I do see Adelaide United getting playoffs, and low-key I could see them meeting finals, but you also have to take into account how amazing Newcastle Jets and Auckland have been. So, yeah, but I see them making it far. Next, we have Newcastle Jets versus Western Sydney Wanderers. Western Sydney Wanderers are hovering above Wellington Phoenix in goal difference. Newcastle Jets, top of the league, you really only expect one result here. But Western Sydney Wanderers last weekend in their 4-0 win against MacArthur showed some fight. And look, you don't get relegated, which is kind of sad because I do want to see relegation in the A-League, but that's for another video. But it's kind of sad to see how far they've fallen this season. I remember them being such a big club when it comes to making playoffs and not necessarily always making the final, but they'll always be up there. And it just feels like that they've not been up there for ages. Newcastle Jets, I said before the season started, they were my underdogs. They were the team who I thought could go somewhere. They were the team who I thought could make it far as there's something in my eye. And there's been stuff in my eye. But Newcastle Jets, the other team I thought, yeah, no, this team can go somewhere. This team could win something after the Hans Australia Cup victory in the final to eventually take home the trophy. I'm going to go with the Newcastle Jets win here. And I'm going to go 3-2. I think it'd be quite a close game. Next, we have Sydney FC versus Melbourne Victory. Both teams up in the table. Both teams on contrasting form. And as we look head to head, as I think I tweeted about this on my Australian Football Hub account, I do repost a bunch of stuff and it won't let me view head to head. But in terms of team form, Sydney FC has won 2 of their last 5. Lost 2, drawn 1. Melbourne Victory are unbeaten in the last 4. Their last defeat was a 1-0 defeat to Central Coast Mariners. So, I'm going to go with a Sydney FC win here. I just do think that they are better. Slightly. And I'm going to go with a 3-1. Because I do feel like Sydney FC at times have shown that they can play football. At times, Sydney FC have shown that when needed, they will pull out a tight result. They got a 1-0 win against Wellington Phoenix last weekend. And I just feel like Sydney FC will turn up. They will. So yeah, 3-1 Sydney FC. Finally, Auckland versus Perth Glory. This game, Auckland are doing superb this season. Superb. Auckland are second. They could drop down. No, they can't drop down to third. Unless it's in the FC pull off like a 6-0 win or something and Auckland lose. But Perth Glory in 10th. Now, their position doesn't justify their actual performances. Because this season, if we're basing off performances and not results, they are up their top 6. I thought Perth Glory this season has been improving a lot. And I just do see a world where last time out when they played it was 2-1 Perth Glory. I do see that again. However, it is being played in New Zealand. There is going to be home advantage in Auckland. The Auckland fans will be up for this as well. And they barely lose at home, Auckland. I'm going to go with an Auckland win here. And I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. I hope I'm wrong just based on the fact that Perth Glory can pull off some really good results. But I just do see Auckland winning this 2-0. If you guys are going to enjoy, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Your Wrexham Chelsea preview will be out later today if you're in Australia. Tomorrow if you're in the UK, USA, whatever. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And peace.